Hello everybody and welcome to week 1 of the MDBL, the Metronome Draft Battle League. I am really excited to get into this battle. You may have already seen my video that I uploaded on Sunday? No, Saturday. Today's Sunday. Today is the day, hopefully, that you're seeing this video, where I gave you my draft breakdown. So our first match is against the Seattle Shiny Squirtles and host Gamertag 21. I was really excited for this battle. This was Gamertag's first ever draft league match, so it was really exciting. I'm not going to try to spoil it. The thing is, we were in a Discord call the entire battle to kind of talk about things, so there's a link down below to Gamertag's channel. Please go check him out. He's absolutely an amazing YouTuber. He has some great comedy. He's doing an Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke right now, which is I've been watching and I've been having a lot of fun watching, so definitely go check that out. I want to do more collabs with him because this is honestly the most fun I had ever had at a draft league match. So, because we're in the Discord call, if you watch his video of the match, you'll hear us talking during the Discord call. But my recording software is a bit weird, as it only really lists to my voice. It doesn't show off any Discord call voices or Skype voices, and that's just a pain. So, really, I have to do this commentary over it, but hopefully it's good. I can edit it out. So, I'm getting a lot better at editing, which is nice. So, I can definitely make this look a lot better than the XPDLA, the last draft league I was in. That went horribly wrong. But anyway, without further ado, let's hop into the match. So, my 4 Pokemon are Puff Daddy the Slurpuff, Steamy the Poltegeist, Press F the Indeedee, and Bengo Extendo the Hitmonlee. His 4 Pokemon are Mr. Rhyme, Aromatisse, Jirachi, and the male form of Indeedee. I feel like he had an advantage going into this because Jirachi is, of course, a mythical Pokemon and very powerful. Jirachi was drafted before I managed to get a chance to draft it. But I feel like I had a pretty solid chance of winning the game. If you're new to the Florida Flygons and everything, I have yet to ever win a draft league game, but in this game, we're going to see how that changes. So, let's hop right into it. So there's going to be a few seconds where I'm just talking to him, but really it should be starting any second now. Okay, here we go. Sorry about this. I'm just going to be trying to commentate over and then I will pause it sometimes so you can get an idea of what's going on. I was just trying to figure out who to lead with. It doesn't really matter because it's a metronome battle, of course it's all random, but I felt like some leads could be helpful. One thing I should mention is Steamy the Poltegeist does have Cursed Body, so 30% of the time that they're attacked, that move is going to be disabled, meaning the other team will have to struggle, which is really great and makes Steamy really a super OP member of the squad. Okay, so I led out with Bengo Extendo and Steamy, and they led out with Jirachi, a shiny Jirachi, and a shiny Mr. Mime. So we can't Dynamax because that makes it a max guard, and we don't want to do that. So it's best of 3, and we managed to have all 3 battles, so you can see how things go. So they got Smog to start off with, which is a very nice thing. They managed to get a very lucky Poison, which was a pain, and they also managed to lower all of Steamy's stats. That didn't really help, and we only managed to raise Jirachi's stats. But we weren't getting much damage. Metronome's kind of a weird move, as it goes in, like, it can do tons of damage and it can do absolutely no damage, and that's what you're seeing here. It's doing absolutely no damage. But Jirachi, of course, is a Psychic Steel type, but we do get the Disable on it, which is absolutely great. We could have knocked out that Mr. Rhyme if we weren't a Ghost type, but I feel like taking the damage helps. So disabling Jirachi means Jirachi can only struggle, which really helps us for the rest of this match. And they go in for the struggle. They hadn't realized that, Gamertag didn't realize they could switch out yet, and I didn't know that either. I would have told them if they did. But we do manage to get a few hits on Jirachi. However, Steamy only gets Hone Claws and dies to Poison this turn. So Steamy is our first Pokemon to die during this match. But we're not done yet, because we've really managed to hurt their best Pokemon. So we go in, but they, of course, are going to swap out Jirachi this turn, because that will get rid of Disable, and now we can't disable any more of their Pokemon moves. It's kind of weird. Our teams really mirror each other with the Indeedees and the Aromatisse Slurpuff, who are kind of 2 alternate Pokemon. So we get the Defog on the Mr. Rhyme, so more of our attacks will hit, which was very nice. Bengo Extendo is kind of the Pokemon I was hoping to do a lot in this league, because it's easily our hardest hitting Pokemon, but as you can see, it hasn't done much this match and just manages to hit and miss a lot of moves. So the Mr. Rhyme is setting up on us. and we're definitely on the back foot at this point in the match because we've lost a Pokemon. They have fully health Pokemon, and they really hurt Bengo. But Puff Daddy does have the advantage of being able to tank a lot of hits and do some damage. But Bengo does go down to an Astonish, which doesn't help. So now, I thought at this point in the match that I would go 4-0 for that first ever match, which I really did not want. But luckily, we did manage to bring in. I didn't realize the Pokemon I thought were going to be really good weren't good, and the Pokemon I thought were going to be really bad were actually very good. So press F and Puff Daddy decide to set up, which is great. Mr. Rhyme gets Bolt Beat, but luckily because we're in Magic Room, Mr. Rhyme is the fastest Pokemon, so it goes last, which was really, really lucky. We get the Bullet Seed off on the Indeedee male, and almost managed to get it down to half HP. Not quite, but that's still a solid chunk of damage. Mr. Rhyme does copy our stats changes, which doesn't help, and we miss a Hammer Arm. That wouldn't have done much because they're both Psychic types, but it might have gotten a little bit of damage done. The Eerie Impulse is just kind of getting rid of the stats, but Mr. Rhyme does hit a Thunder, which does insane damage to Puff Daddy. So, but we do get the Taunt off. That doesn't help us because this is Metronome and it can really use anything at once. But our team, Press F I feel like is the one that easily put in the most effort for us during this match. And it's Berserk. I'm going to bring back in Jirachi, who of course is a very good Pokemon. We're going to get a Rock Throw on it, which doesn't do as much damage as I want, but they are going to do a Dragon Tail into our Fairy type, which is great. We're going to get Dragon Darts, which is going to do a decent amount of damage, but then Trick Room is gone, so they're going to start being very fast. Well, actually, we're going to be faster because we've set up the Shuttle Smash, but they're going to get a Mystical Fire off and take out Puff Daddy. So we've done absolutely nothing, but Press F is the only one left. We've probably lost this match at this point because we couldn't really take out all four of their Pokemon, but we do manage to at least knock out their Indeedee male, which was nice to do, and was probably the best part of this match because at least our Indeedee beat their Indeedee. They still got 3 Pokemon, and us missing that Dragon Rush does not help. They've also set up a Doom Desire, and that kind of seals the deal because in a few turns that's just going to knock out Indeedee because Doom Desire is an incredibly powerful psychic attack, and Indeedee has lost a lot of HP. They're going to miss a few attacks. That really doesn't help us because when the Doom Desire comes in, it's game over. So we did lose the first match, but it's a best of 3, so there was a chance for us to pull it back for the next match. Doom Desire hits, and we do lose our first match. Indeedee is the only Pokemon we have that has knocked out a Pokemon of the opposing team. So for our second match, I decided to go with a slightly different lead, I believe, because it was kind of all luck based, and this match was very important. I needed to win this match and the next match to get a week 1 victory, which a week 1 victory is nice because it kind of sets us up. So I didn't bring in Steam. I left Steam in the back because I felt like they were a bit more useful and I wanted to save them for later in the game. They're going to get an Eruption first turn, which was not great. It really hurt us. Then they get a Night Daze, bringing both our team to half HP. Luckily we do get a Mega Punch off and crit it, which really helped, and we get a Full Swipe. But they both go into the Mr. Rhyme, which managed to do a solid chunk of damage to it. They're going to Thrash, and that's going to knock out Bengo Extendo, the Pokemon I really wanted to do well. They're going to set up Gravity, which doesn't really do anything, but we get a Yawn on the Jirachi, which really helps us. I sent in Poltergeist because I felt like they would do a lot better, and I kind of wanted to save Indeedee in the back. But they do get confused, and the Uproar goes into See-Me, and we manage to survive that. We knock out the Mr. Rhyme with a Night Slash, and Puff Daddy gets its first kill of the season, which is great. I'm going to try to keep track of which team members get the most kills if the season does continue, because I really want this league to continue, but I don't know if it is going to. I think the first week's all done by the time I'm recording this. So, in comes Aromatisse, and that's scary because Aromatisse is a very bulky Pokemon next to Jirachi, who of course is probably the team's best Pokemon. We get the crit, and that does pretty much nothing, and they're going to Bullet Punch into Puff Daddy. They also have Healer, so they're going to heal up Jirachi. So none of that's really great. We're kind of on the back foot at this point, and they're going to get Dragon Darts. But we do manage to disable them. So Steamy's disabled really helps us out, and we're going to Flatter again. Second time we got Flatter in this match. And Steamy's going to start setting up on the opposing team. The Aromatisse hits themselves in confusion, which is absolutely great, but we're still kind of on the back foot because we're very much hurt. The Jirachi has been disabled and does struggle into Puff Daddy, and we get the Petal Dance off on it. Puff Daddy is about to die, but we get the Fire Blast into the Jirachi, knocking it out, which was absolutely great. Steam gets its first kill of the match, and Puff Daddy does go down. So everyone's gotten a kill on this team apart from Bengo, which isn't great. But there's still 2 Pokemon left on the opposing team and 2 Pokemon left on our team. It's a really even right now. I'd say we had a slight advantage because Steamy's so good, and Press F really wants to get the kill on the Indeedee. We're going to Power Trip into Aromatisse, which does do a little bit of damage, but we do get the Sky Attack, so in the future that's going to do a lot of damage. They're going to Pound into Steamy, who's a Ghost type, so we're immune to it, which is absolutely amazing, but they're going to Sludge Wave, which hits everything, does a lot of damage to Aromatisse, and poisons Press F, which is really bad. We get the Earth Power into the Indeedee and lower its special defense, and then we Sky Attack, which brings it down super low. They're going to Mega Punch, so it looks like we could pull this match out at the last possible minute. But it's definitely still close. We saw the Poison and Aromatisse has this special attack boost. They're going to X-Scissor into Steamy. That does a decent amount of damage. But we're going to get the Psycho Cut. Who got Psycho Cut there? That was Press F, who kills Indeedee. And then Steamy defeats... I can't talk right now. Match 3. I'm going to pause this for a second here because this was the most important match. We had both managed to win one and we were hoping to pull out our first ever Florida Flygons victory. So it was definitely Indeedee and Poltergeist who were both sitting at 2 knockouts, which was absolutely amazing. And then Hitmonlee and Slurpuff. Slurpuff had gotten 1 knockout and then Hitmonlee was yet to knock out anyone. So we're going to see if we manage to pull this out in the final match. If you have seen the Game Attacks videos, you know who won this, but this was still very exciting because both of us were on the edge of our seats. We were having so much fun talking. Really, it was the most fun I've had on YouTube in a long time. So I led with the same lead that I did last time because I was kind of feeling a bit superstitious. And they're going to get Giga Impact Miss, which is a great start, and we're going to Freeze Dry. The Jirachi is very fast, but we get the Freeze on the Indeedee, which is absolutely amazing. We miss the Zap Cannon, but the Freeze really helps because the Indeedee can't do anything about that. But then Jirachi gets Imprison. For those of you who don't know what Imprison does, is it makes it so any moves that the opposing team has that you have, the opposing team cannot use. And of course, because we're all using Metronome, we can only struggle. Prison pretty much seals the deal, making it so the Florida Flygons do not win their first week. There's no way we could have made it out of this. We would have to, because Struggle is a random move in this, we'd have to all go into Jirachi and all hit, and even that wouldn't have done. They're going to get a Zen Headbutt on Bengo, which does not help. They're going to Heat Crash into Puff Daddy. The Struggle is doing some damage, but because it's not hitting Jirachi and Jirachi's at full HP, we really do not stand much of a chance of pulling this one out. As you can see, it's only Struggle that we can use, which was definitely annoying, but there was nothing we could do about it. They do lose some stat boosts, but it doesn't help. We managed to do some damage to the Indeedee, but as you can see, our Struggle only does 8, and Puff Daddy is gone. Our last 2 Pokemon have no chance of managing to defeat the entire other team. It was a lot of fun. Thank you to Game Attack for doing this battle with me. Definitely go check them out. This was the most fun I have had in a Draft League match probably ever. So if you did enjoy it, leave in the comments down below what you want us, what was your favourite part of the match, and what you think the Flygons should do. I want to find a way that I can talk to this team. Like maybe we could do before game press conference where we chat to the team and kind of do a inspirational speech. Next match, I don't know who I'm up against. I'll have to look that up, but that will be coming out on Sunday next week. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this episode. We did manage to lose. Sadly, we do not pull out the victory this time. But next week, maybe the Florida Flygons will pull out their first ever victory. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a dog-tastic day. I'll see you all in the next episode, and ODF out. Goodbye.